Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new Warhammer 40K battle report. My Genestealer Cools will play against Blood Angels. This was the third game and the last game on a very small tournament. We were only 4 players, and this time I was playing against the player was going first with 2 victories before. So remember, I started with a defeat, and then I did a technical duo, and now I will play against Blood Angels. Here we play a combination of Eternal Warrior and Milestone. So Milestone is the one that you start with the 6 cards, and each turn you lose 1 card. So you start with 6, second turn 5, and so on. And as Eternal Warrior, we put 6 objectives. 2 objectives are scoring 3 points, 2 objectives 2 points, and 2 objectives 1 point if you hold them at the end of the battle. Sorry. So just as a reminder, my army: Genestealer Cult, Patriarch, Magus, Primus, 15 Genestealers, 11 Genestealers, 4 Aberrants, 2 units of 5 Hybrids, 1 unit of 11 Neophytes, 2 Cult Lemon Roses, and 1 Shadow Sword. My opponent playing Blood Angels. He has a Captain with Jump Pack, 5 Honor Guard, 3 units of 5 Scouts with Shotguns and Heavy Bolter, 1 Storm Ribbon, with the Hellstrike, Typhoon Missiles, and Last Cannons, 5 Assault Marine with Jump Packs, Vindicator Assassin, Calidus Assassin, Imperial Knight, and Imperial Knight, one with Gatling Cannon and the other one with the Fusion Cannon, or how it's called. So let's start with the deployment and a little bit of explanation. So we play in this type of battlefield. As I say, there is 6 objectives, and we have also milestone missions. So the objectives have 1 to 6, and then on top they give points. So the objectives that you see here on the screen, there is one there behind the building, another one behind this other building here. Here we have objective, another, this is 4, 5, and this is the other objective. This is my deployment zone. We play with the one that is with angle, and yeah, this was the beginning of his movement phase. You see that this Divine Knight already moved ahead to try to be next to this objective, and his flyer just was moving there. So here we have again the 2 knights. So here, 2 knights is can be quite tough, and I need to my focus was to neutralize at least one of them as fast as possible. I have the Shadow Sword here, but you see that the guy with the Melta just moved very close to my Shadow Sword, so to be able to use the Melta against my tanks. Here we have another image, and here we have the scouts. He will have, these are the scouts holding one of the objectives. He has the scouts to hold objectives, units of 5 with shotguns and 1 heavy bolter. So, and as you can see there, here all the jump packs just appear on turn 1, so the Blood Angels went first. All the Blood Angels appear here. They shot all the plasma on my tank. They shot the Melta. The Melta did, I think, 14 wounds on the Shadow Sword. So he started putting wounds on wounds on wounds on my Shadow Sword, and we end up like that. So the Shadow Sword was killed. It did not explode, but he by focusing all the fire. So here we have this guy have 2 Last Cannons, 2 Hellstrike missiles, and the Typhoon and Crack. This guy did the Melta, and all these guys shot plasma at maximum power. So all this damage combined end up killing the Shadow Sword. So it was quite scary, because you see here we have 2 Imperial Knights, and I lost my weapon to deal with Imperial Knights. So I was quite scared at the beginning of this turn 1. So another image, and this is what happened. So this is the end of my turn 1. So my Genestealer, I decided to come back with everything. He only had the Calidus in reserve, and I say, okay, the Calidus is not a big deal. So I decided to come with everything. My Aberrants just appear here, where they cannot do anything this turn. But my Genestealers, this is the unit of 10 Genestealers with my Patriarch. They just appear very close to the other Imperial Knight, and they decide to assault the Imperial Knight, and between the shooting of the 2 Lemon Roses and the smite, he did a very strong smite. He did 6 mortal wounds. He rolled 11, doing 6 mortal wounds on on the Imperial Knight. So between the smites and all the close combat, I managed to kill one Imperial Knight. But this is not the all damage, so I don't think it's going to be seen. But here, the other unit of Genestealers appeared, and I killed the Honor Guard from the Blood Angels. So yeah, I lost my Shadow Sword, but in retaliation, I managed to kill the Honor Guard and one Imperial Knight. I also moved these guys here in position to be able to solve this objective, because I have this objective and the objective is behind here as scoring objectives. So I need to hold this for 2 turns to score it. So this is why I move here my cultist. And yeah, and I hide my 2 characters behind the tanks, so to be able to keep them survive, because there is a Vindicator Assassin here. So I want to avoid that the Vindicator Assassin can kill very easily my Magus or my Primus. Just no, so I want to keep them as alive as possible. Very happy with the Magus dishing 3 mortal wounds on the Imperial that was there. So here was what I was explaining. You see here I put the other Genestealers. I think here at the end I put the 11 and the 15 there. I don't remember exactly, but here was the other Genestealers and they kill all the Honor Guard. This time I was more conservative and I only assault the Honor Guard. I did not assault the Assault Marines. And he come as heroic intervention to deal with the Genestealer. So this is the image. So I was quite scared when I lost the Shadow Sword, but I was quite happy after when I strike back and I managed to kill the Imperial Knight and the Honor Guard. And here we see the other image. I'm going, that's my hybrids moving ahead, try to hold this objective, try to go for these objectives there. So we go into the turn 2. So on the turn 2, the Calidus appear in my at my back, and he assault my Magus, and she flop. You see, my Magus is there alive with 1 remaining wound. What was very happy, and on retaliation, my Magus did 3 wounds to the Calidus. I hit one with the staff, and I did 3 wounds with these 3 damage. The Imperial Knight, as you can see here, he decided to move away from my Genestealers. This is the one with the fusion weapon, and he moved ahead against my Lehman Russes. He did some damage on my Lehman Russes, but he didn't manage to kill any of the Lehman Russes at the end. And yeah, and in this flank here, the Assault Marines just ignore my Genestealer and they try to shut down the Lehman Russ as well. As you can see, my damage is that I receive a lot of damage on the Lehman Russes. They are quite, there are 3 and 4 wounds remaining, so they are quite wounded. My Magus is also wounded, but surviving very miraculously to the Calidus. So I was not too happy with the final result here. And yeah, and for that I went to the turn 2. So in my turn 2, these Genestealers will chase this Imperial Knight, and this guy, the Patriarch, will move there to support, to take this objective there. And here my Genestealers will end up killing the Space Marine Captain and chasing the Assault Marines. So here we have. At the end of the turn 2 of the Space Marines, I kill the Captain, and now they are ready to be able to assault here the Assault Marines. Another image there in the middle, and we go to the turn 3. So here we start moving quite fast. As you can see, I chase again. I was trying to chase. I will go for the Imperial Knight is still moving ahead. I will go to try to chase the Imperial Knight again with my Genestealers. And so turn 3, sorry I did not make pictures, so this guy will kill one of my Lehman Russes at the end. Between the shooting, he will assault my Lehman Russ together with the Magus and the Primus. And he managed to kill the Lehman Russ and the Primus, but he failed to kill the Magus because he was using the sword. This guy will move here, and together with the hybrids that are coming from the other side, they will kill completely the scouts and control this the point here. And these Genestealers, they just will keep chasing the Imperial Knight. My other Genestealers will go there and will try to kill the Assault Marines as well. And yeah, they will be focused. So there was 2 squads of scouts in that area that I don't take care of them anymore. And I'm just trying to chase with my Genestealers to try to kill the last Imperial Knight. The Imperial Knight is not wounded, but not too much, and I'm still scratching wounds from him from time to time. I killed the Calidus with a smite, so I used a smite on Calidus, and she was killed with the smite from the Magus. So the Magus now did in turn 1 6 wounds to Imperial Knight. In turn 2 he killed Calidus. So turn 4, this was pretty fast. As you can see, my Lyman Roses were killed at the end between by the attacks of the Imperial Knight plus the shooting of the Storm Raven. The Imperial Knight was damaged and was here. Here is where I attacked before in turn 3 the Imperial Knight. Now he have moved here in turn 4. I keep chasing him. I try to shoot him with the mining lasers without success. And now I'm doing a smite from this side and from this side. My Magus is still alive. He was not able to shoot this turn to my Magus because he was within my units. And my Genestealers were still quite in good numbers. But as you can see, this unit that have fight the Imperial Knight, have fight Imperial Knights now for 3rd turn in a row. They are quite damaged, and they will assault again the Imperial Knight here. So I keep chasing the Imperial Knight. Now the Imperial Knight is a half strength, and I keep trying to reduce as much wounds as I can from the Imperial Knight. So here we have, and the Storm Raven is not seen, but it's in the corner there in that picture. But you see that at the end he has 2 units of scouts, the Storm Raven and the Imperial Knight, and I'm trying to hold the objective there. And the objective is here. So this is 2 points, this is 3 points, 5. And I go ahead by far on the milestone missions because I was lucky and I had to score this objective and this objective a couple of times. He is one scout or unit of scouts here and the other unit of scouts here. So he will try to score this point. He has also the Vindicator that went down. So he's trying to score 3, 2, and 1. So 6 points versus 5 in Eternal War. But my advantage on milestone is much bigger. So I decided I want to kill this Imperial Knight to avoid that he can, at the end, prevent me from scoring these 3 points here. And here we have just an image of the Storm Raven. So as I said, we go to turn 5. Turn 5, as again, I start trying to attack him. I shoot again to him. I assault with the Genestealers, I assault with the Aberrant. First in turn 5, he shot to this guy and managed to end up killing him because there is nothing protecting him from the Storm Raven. But it was a sacrifice that I wanted to take because I really want to chase and to kill this guy. So this guy is now about 10 wounds remaining. So I think I had the opportunity to try to end up killing him. I started using smites. I tried to use the mining lasers. Mining lasers were quite unhappy with them. They were not doing the damage I was expecting. And the Genestealer were dishing wounds on wounds. But at the end, I did not manage to kill the Imperial Knight. I think I leave the Imperial Knight with only 6 wounds remaining after the turn 5. So this is the situation after the turn 5 of the Blood Angels. And yeah, this was quite fast. I assault again the Imperial Knight. I did not kill it. I leave it with 5 or 3 wounds remaining. Very little wounds, so almost killed, but not killed at the end. But I managed to win 21 to 11 points, something like that. I think I have 10 points of advantage. So it was quite, again, a very bloody battle. But I was very happy because even losing the Storm, the Shadow Sword at the beginning, I was managed to deal with the Imperial Knights, and I think the Genestealers can really do damage. I roll quite some 6s, and they do quite direct damage to them. So that's all for now. Quite a fast battle here. Quite a fast battle report, Yeah, leave the comments below, give a like if you have liked it, subscribe if not subscribe it. Let me know what do you think about my Genestealer cult army. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching.